Have you ever been working on one really long tube project, like a scarf, like this one here, and you use the waste yarn cast on, cast off, and you go to this side, and we're going to close the tube down flat using our waste yarn, and we have your working yarn here in the tail ends. And you close him down, and then when you go to the other side of your tube, you go to close him down, and your working yarn, your tail ends, are not at the top, they're at the side. Why is that? There's two reasons it could be. One reason is, let's go over to our machine. When we're cranking out our tubes and we're adding on our yarn, we always want to start and stop our yarn at the same needle. So for me, I like the visual of using my white needle as my starting needle. So if I start my yarn at this needle, when I go all the way around, this is the end of my row. So when I get back to this needle, this is the start of my second row. So this is always the start of my rows, is on my white needle. Now, if you are not like color visual like I am, the other option is to go by number, which technically my white needle is my 48th needle because they are all numbered. And this needle here is the number 1 needle. So if you're more that way and want to look at your needles by number, you might want to start here always. And that's just up to you, it's personal preference. But me, I'm more visual, and I like the visual representation of my white yarn. My white needle is the start of my rows. So when you're doing the waste yarn cast on and off, or when you're changing colors, you always want to do it at the very same needle from the start of your project all the way to the end, even when you're adding on your waste yarn. So all of your rows are even and they don't start and stop at a different point. Because if we started here, and as we cranked our rows around, and then say we cranked and cranked, and then say we're here and we're like, okay, that's how long I want my scarf to be, and then we add our waste yarn here, now we are going to be off centered. This is our 29th needle, so our row is going to be different. So where we started, let's find our white needle. He's way over here. So we'll have our beginning tail ends of our project on this side of the tube, but then our ending tails will be on this side of the tube. So they're not going to line up if you want to make the tube flat. The other thing is this. Let's go back to our tube. When our tubes get really long like this, the fabric tends to twist, and it's really hard to see because you think it's flat and you think everything's fine and you don't notice the twist, but it's very, very subtle. So what I like to do, if I know for sure I started all of my yarn at this very same needle, I know all of my rows are even. And that's why when I do a color change, I don't get any jagging either, because I started my color change always at the same exact needle. And then where I tie it together, it's very hard to see where the color change happened. The only time how I can figure it out usually is I have to feel where the knot is, where they have come together, which even this is a pretty thin yarn. I can't even feel that. Let's see if I can feel it on this one. There's my knot. So my color changed happened right here, but you can't even see it once everything's tied together. My knot's right there. So what can happen is your tube has twisted. So we have our tube here, and then you kind of need to move your tube around, because when we get down to this side, see how our tail ends aren't at the top? We have to move it to the top like this and re-twist and relay this out so it's not twisted. Look, this hasn't moved. My tail ends are completely still at the top on this side, but look how much I have moved. And I'm just using my fingers to kind of move it around. And now they're at the top. And so now my tube is not twisted. And my project is now laying flat. So it's kind of deceitful when we look at that, and and you think your tube is flat, but it's really not, because these rows, if we started here, we're curving around and to the back side, and it's really hard to tell. But now if we take our knit tube, our tails are at the top. Let's move it over to our other side. Our tails are at the top, and now we know that our tube is completely flat. You don't have any twisting in our rows this way. Everything is lining up. So I hope that helped. With when you're doing your tubes and doing like a scarf, when you're wanting to do it flat, how to make sure you don't get any twisting, and to make sure your tail ends are always at the same side when you close your tube so it doesn't twist. Thanks so much for the question, and happy crafting, everyone.